Choosing a co-founder is one of the most important decisions you'll make as a startup founder. Your co-founder relationship can shape the entire trajectory of your company, for better or worse. In this lesson, we'll explore how to manage co-founder dynamics, align on vision, and fairly divide equity. A great co-founder complements your strengths and shares your values. If you're technical, they might be more business-focused. If you're a visionary, they might be more operational. But beyond skill sets, the key is trust and alignment. Can you communicate openly? Do you resolve conflict respectfully? Are you both committed for the long haul? Before diving into building a product or raising money, spend time getting to know your potential co-founder as a working partner. Run a small project together. Talk through your goals, fears, and long-term vision. Startups are intense. Make sure you can weather stress together without breaking down. Clear roles help avoid confusion. Define who owns what. Product, tech, marketing, fundraising, hiring, and revisit this regularly. Early on, you'll both wear many hats, but clarity reduces tension and makes decision-making faster. Open communication is essential. Regular check-ins, daily, weekly, or monthly, can surface issues before they grow. Don't wait for frustrations to build. Create space to give feedback, celebrate wins, and adjust expectations. Co-founder conflict is common. Disagreements are healthy if handled well. Focus on the problem, not the person. Assume good intent. And when necessary, bring in a neutral advisor to help mediate. The goal isn't to always agree, it's to stay aligned on the mission and move forward together. Equity splits are another critical part of the relationship. They reflect each person's contribution and commitment. A 50-50 split is common, but not always the right answer. If one person is joining later, working part-time, or bringing less risk, it may make sense to adjust. Avoid vague promises like, "We'll figure out equity later." Set terms early and put them in writing. A formal founders agreement protects both sides and gives clarity if things change. It should cover equity, vesting schedules, roles, and how decisions get made. Speaking of vesting, always include a standard 4-year vesting schedule with a 1-year cliff. This means founders only earn equity as they stay and contribute. If someone leaves early, they don't walk away with a large stake. It's a safety net that keeps the team fair and aligned. Remember, equity isn't just compensation, it's ownership. It affects future fundraising, team morale, and your control of the company. Make these decisions carefully and revisit them as your team grows. It's also important to check your ego. Being co-founders means being co-leaders, not competing for status. Titles matter less than results. What matters is how you work together to build something bigger than either of you could alone. Some of the most successful startups were built by strong co-founder duos. Think Jobs and Wozniak, Gates and Allen, or Page and Brin. Their relationships weren't perfect, but they were built on mutual respect, shared vision, and trust. If you're still looking for a co-founder, don't rush. Take your time. Look in communities where people are building things, hackathons, forums, meetups, or co-founder networks. What you're really looking for is a partner who's all in for the right reasons. With the right co-founder, the startup journey becomes more manageable and more rewarding. It's not just about splitting tasks. It's about building together, learning together, and supporting each other through every high and low. Let's lay the foundation for a strong partnership that lasts.